It's happened, guys. I have the Evolve 70s. I made several videos saying I wasn't gonna upgrade to it, but I just couldn't control myself. These speakers are just so awesome, and I'm super excited to share them with you today.
Hey Daryl, how do you like my new speakers?
Got me. Okay, today I'm joined by Brian, and these are Brian's speakers, and he's super gracious to be helping me demo these speakers with you today. We're gonna go over all of the specs, we're gonna do a sound test, and we're gonna put these up against a couple of other popular speaker systems.
I'm gonna see if I can convert him over to the amazing EVs.
And he's gonna see if he can convert me over to the Evolve 70. So let's begin. Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here, welcome to the channel. So like I said, I'm joined here today with Brian.
How's it going, guys?
And you can check out his socials down in the description below. He's been featured on several other episodes. And I apologize that he's dressed so formal. We're gonna do like a company shoot a little bit later, and he's dressed up for that, so that's my fault. We're at my place, so I gotta change, so.
Right.
The Electro-Voice Evolve 50 is very popular with mobile DJs for its compact size, clean aesthetic, and incredible sound. And for years, DJs have been requesting that same sort of package, but just bigger, more volume output, and a bigger sub for bigger boom. And what's surprising is that EV has seemingly delivered on this, but this speaker has become somewhat controversial, and we're gonna go over all of that today to see if the critics are correct or if the speaker lives up to the hopes and expectations of DJs everywhere.
So remember, you can get the Evolve 50, which features a 12-inch subwoofer. The Evolve 70 comes with a 15-inch subwoofer, and then there's one size that's even bigger than this, and that is the Evolve 90 with an 18-inch subwoofer. And just for reference, this is an Evolve 50 sets side by side in its case against the Evolve 70. And note that the Evolve 70 and 90, the only difference is the size of subwoofer. The top is exactly the same. And when you purchase yourself a set of these, it comes with this padded case made of a lightweight yet durable fabric, has a handle, has a shoulder strap, and this is what it looks like inside the case.
So when you buy the 70s, it does not come with this padded cover. I always try to protect my gear, so I ended up buying optional speaker cover. So that's what that looks like. Same fabric, it's really durable, and it protects your sub.
Padded case does include a slot for the top handle.
So I did get the optional cart with wheels that I actually attach to the bottom of the subwoofer. They have the almost like a flight case type clamps. Then you just unclamp it and pull it off.
All right, that's actually quite a bit lighter without the cart. The cart added so much weight. That's what the bottom looks like.
And it has feet right here on the bottom. So when you do our solo and you roll it forward,
Okay.
so you can roll it forward and then you can take off the cart while it's sitting on these feet.
And then there are feet on the bottom. There's handles on either side, as well as one on the top.
And I did something a little bit unique. I always am worried I'm gonna forget my power cord. So the power cord just tucks right into the handle bay.
Here on the front here, you have this grill, as well as the EV logo. And you have the optional LED to light up when it's turned on. And so the whole thing has like this nice rubber coating, which feels very ergonomic and it looks very sleek. And I'm kind of surprised, but this top is very flat, making a very nice surface for someone to set a drink. We'll go over it in a moment, but that is how it mounts with that magnet and this cord. So here's the back. Here are those feet that Brian mentioned. So it has an integrated 8-channel mixer, which we'll go over in just a moment, as well as a mix out, an additional sub out, QuickSmart link, Bluetooth input, DSP, and it requires a PowerCon in instead of IAC, as well as this on and off switch.
So you have your pole, just like the Evolve 50, slides right into there, and it snaps in. You got a hole right here. Just gotta get it in there.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Holy cow, Brian. Just seeing this in person, this thing is tall.
It's really tall. I mean, I'm 6'1", and Daryl's probably 6'2", 6'3".
6'4",
6'4".
6'5".
Yeah, it's a tall speaker.
Yeah, we're not short dudes, we're tall dudes. So, I mean, this thing is kind of intimidating. In fact, I probably have to get some B-roll of it outside because I ran out of this white construction paper stuff. I was hoping that would have a nice contrast, but so I'm excited to plug it in and hear it. But let's go over some of the specs real quick. So this is a column array speaker, which means that it's a single unit that has a subwoofer combined with a column of smaller speakers, and it has one amplifier to power the whole thing. And as we mentioned, the subwoofer is 15 inches. It has 8 4.7 inch speakers in the column. It has a max SPL of 133 dB, and it has a wide coverage output of 120 degrees. And it claims 2,000 watts of power, so 1,000 for the top and 1,000 for the sub. And so total weight altogether is 78.3 pounds. The sub itself weighs 59 pounds, and the top makes it 19 pounds. All right, Brian, how tall is that?
88.5.
So about 7 feet 5 inches. So at the time of making this video, the MSRP, what is it, $28.99?
I bought mine locally and they actually gave me a really good deal.
And if you're interested in picking up yourself, this speaker will have a link in the description below. Let's go ahead and plug this thing in and go over the menu. You know, while bigger, it's actually pretty lightweight for its size. You know, I've had the ETX subwoofers, and just one of those was nearly 110 pounds. So this whole system is more lightweight than that, and that's pretty cool.
So it uses a PowerCon instead of an IEC. But the good thing about the PowerCon is it doesn't have a chance of getting knocked out or losing power. And we got the Electro-Voice 70. This is the menu. Okay, so this is the menu. There's different modes. You've got music, live, speech, club kind of boosts the bass. So yeah, you got a lot of options, and you can actually adjust it yourself with the sub, treble. You know, it's got the mixer on there that you can change to your particular gig. You got Bluetooth, LED, mix out, display, and then you can reset it if something gets messed up.
A lot of configurability.
A lot of options that you can do.
Yeah, I like that display where it just shows you all of the different EQ of mixer channels.
You make that look so easy.
Let's go ahead and give this thing a test drive. I'll pair it with my phone. You have to connect it to your phone, so not just anybody can connect to it, so that's pretty nice. And there's an app too, so if you like controlling your speakers with apps, it has that.
So excited for you to hear these.
You know, why don't we make a song about the Evox 70? When the lights go down. Yeah, I can already tell this sounds awesome.
That's good. And that's just one. Like I said, the only downfall is when you push it that limiter.
Was it limiting?
It was going, but it's okay.
It's kind of built that way, right?
Yeah, that's what EV says. EV says if the limiter's going off, that means the speaker's doing its job. As long as when you're pushing it, the sound doesn't sound distorted or your sound doesn't sound bad.
Some people, when you see it redlining, that's kind of concerning, but EV has that as a safeguard, so they say, so that it doesn't distort. And yeah, I was pushing it, and holy cow, I can't believe that was just one speaker. I could feel the sub. This paper right here, it was like wobbling and moving. Yeah, it sounded great. That was a great first impression. A ton of volume output. Let's do an A and B comparison. Let's compare it, I guess, with the younger brother, the Evox 50. This does just seem so much smaller.
It's tiny, look at that. I mean, the top isn't very much. I mean, yeah, you're looking at it.
Wow, that just seems so much smaller. But yeah, let's plug it in and give it a try.
That's a nice mixer, and it's Bluetooth?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
It has Bluetooth, it's battery powered. He might not convince me to the Evox 70, but I might convince him for this Mackie mixer. All right, so we're doing this test. We're gonna make sure that they're both on the same settings, just so we can test like the same volume and all that. You're only gonna get so much value from a speaker comparison on a video like this. I highly recommend you do it for yourself in person, because that's when you're gonna be able to feel it and hear it. Maybe at your local guitar center or a different music shop.
When you switched over to the 70, I could feel the bass like...
I can feel this bass a lot more.
Yeah, 70 sounds clearer and it's got that bigger punch.
I definitely could feel the punch. You know, maybe I'm a bit closer, But I'm surprised at how good the Evolve 50 still sounds though.
Yeah, the Evolve 50 is still an amazing workhorse. That's why I'm keeping it for smaller events, but EV makes an amazing product and both of them just sound phenomenal.
But you definitely feel the punch. So I think if you're wanting that kind of that same sound, but you want more of it, I definitely think the Evolve 70 delivers. Do you think that it has a more clear sound?
I think it does. Because when you were switching between the two, this is still clear, but then when you went to the 70, you could hear the highs just a little bit better and it dispersed a lot better.
And not directly in front. But yeah, I think they both sound good. All right, let's do a quick comparison with the RCF Evox 12. Don't try this at home, folks. You should not move it fully assembled. See, that's not a complete fair comparison because the RCF is all the way at 5 o'clock, so the max. So the RCF is way louder. Let me put it at noon and let's see what that sounds like.
And the Evolve 70 is right at 0. Everything's at 0.
Right, which I think is a better design. I think it's more optimized for that, but.
Breaking through on my own. The sun was out, the rain was staying, but I grew tall, I grew rich. I shed my skin like yesterday, left behind what couldn't stay.
Yeah, the Evox 12 really, you have to put it at 5 o'clock to get the max volume with the same levels. But the Evolve 50, you can just crank it even louder. And I gotta say, I think the Evolve sounds better.
70.
Oh gosh.
You said 50.
Did I say 50?
You said 50.
Oh, okay. I definitely think the Evolve 70 sounds better. I like the sub of it a little bit more. I think that the Evox 12 is a little bit more of a flat sound, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like, I think you could EQ it to match similarly, but right out of the box, I think the Evolve 70 just sounds a little bit better. That's just my subjective ears.
Overall, I'm a fan of the Evolve 70. It's definitely an evolution, an upgrade from the younger brother, the Evolve 50. It keeps all the things that I love about the Evolve 50, namely the easy to set up body, the sleek look, the clear sound and portable size, and offers more boom, more thump in the subwoofer, and louder. And it's worth noting that some column array designs are three-way, meaning that they include a tweeter to handle the high frequencies of the EQ. Think some parts of like the human voice and a hi-hat, etc. And that can help achieve clarity. But the Evolve series are two-way speakers, and they're able to maintain great clarity even at loud volumes, and I am impressed. So here's a few words from Brian after using these at a few gigs.
I am very excited that I got these upgraded speakers. I've been using the Evolve 50s for probably about 8 to 9 years, and I needed something just a little bit bigger for some bigger events. And I gotta tell you guys, these things are workhorses, and I am very impressed on the quality, the sound, and what they can do. I like the aesthetics, I like the portability. With me being a mobile DJ, this thing packs up really quickly. I can throw it on wheels, and I'm out of the venue within 10 to 15 minutes. So, yeah, but it's a durable and very sleek looking speaker, and I love it.
So not by any means is this the cheapest or most affordable speaker, and I've said it time and time again on this channel, you can get more boom for your buck just getting a traditional top and sub. One of the reasons you get a column array system is for the aesthetic, the ease of workflow, and the portability. But yeah, part of the problem is like there's kind of a inverse proportionality. So the bigger it is, like the louder and more beefy it is, the less portable it gets. And the more portable it is, the less loud it gets.
So it's really about finding that sweet spot between loudness and portability. And I think for a lot of people in a lot of situations, the EV Evolve 70 is that sweet spot. But for some, I think that they're going to prefer smaller speakers. And for others, they're still going to prefer the performance of a traditional top and sub. And ultimately, while I like these speakers, I am not going to be trading my RCF Evox 12s for them anytime soon. And while there's a lot of features I like the easy-to-use DSP and the way better integrated mixer, there's really no performance or features that are enough for me to upgrade my barely 18-month-old RCF Evox 12s. And I'll save a more in-depth comparison for a different video.
Thank you so much for watching this video. What are your thoughts on the Evolve 70? Let me know down below, and please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.